Hey everyone, my name is Vishal and I'm here to present my latest Power BI project Business Insights 360 for Atlic Hardware. At first, we'll take a look at the problem statement, then I'll talk a little bit about Atlic and its business structure, then we'll move towards the Power BI dashboard. Atlic Hardware is one of the fastest growing company in electronics and goods market and has a global presence. As Atlic Hardware grows over the years, has encountered challenges in their data analysis practices. Historically, they depend on Excel for the data analysis, which turns to be ineffective approach. Consequently, the Atlic Hardware, while attempting to establish their business in new untapped markets, they face huge losses. In response to those issues, the company has taken an initiative to onboard a data analytics team to gain a valuable insights across all the departments. Ultimately, they are aiming for a comprehensive 360-degree view of their business. Atlic Hardware sells their products in different regions like North America, Latin America, European Union, Asia Pacific regions, and the dot indicating the different markets where they sell their products. Atlic Hardware produce their products in three main divisions: peripheral and accessories, PCs, network and storage. Each division is further divided into different segments and each segment is further divided into different product categories. Atlic sell their products to end consumer through three different channels, which are retailers, direct and distributor. Retailers includes the customers like Chroma, Staple, and the e-commerce website Amazon, Flipkart. The direct channel includes their Atlic's own store, Atlic Exclusive, and Atlic's e-commerce website Atlic eStore, and the distributors like Sage. While engaging with the stakeholders to understand their specific needs and expectations, what kind of insights they are looking for from the dashboard, the mockups are the blueprint to guide the actual development of the Power BI dashboard. And it helps us to ensure that the final product will align with the stakeholders' expectation. And these are the mockups we have received from different stakeholders from different departments. Now let's move towards the Power BI dashboard. These dynamic dashboards offers a dedicated views for users or managers from different departments like finance, sales, marketing, supply chain, and executives. This is a home page where we can get a short intro for each view. Let's take a closer look at each view and how users can get or derive some actionable insights from this report. Let's start with the finance view. At the top, we have different slices with the help of which we can filter our data for the selected value, be it a region, market, customers, or product segments. Then we have a fiscal year slices followed by quarters, followed by year to date and year to go slices. At the left hand side, we have a navigation bar with the help of which we can toggle between the different views. At the bottom, we have mentioned the long forms for every abbreviation values used in the dashboards with respect to each view. Profit and loss statement is an important part in finance for accessing company's financial performance. It provides us a summary of company's financial performance by evaluating key components like net sales, cost of goods sales, gross margin percentage, different operational expenses, net profit and net profit percentage. At the top, we have key performance indicators like net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, which will help finance users to get a quick insights. At the right hand side, we have a net sales performance over time, with the help of which we can identify how company is approaching towards the set target values for a selected year. If you want to see a net sales performance for in comparison with the last year, we just need to select versus last year and the visuals get filtered accordingly. At the bottom, we have a matrix for top and bottom products and customers by net sales. Let's say if you want to see a top bottom products and customers by gross margin or gross margin performance over time, we just need to select gross margin value in a profit and loss statements and we'll get to see a gross margin performance over time and top and bottom products and customers by gross margin. While exploring the visuals, we identified that In top and bottom products and customers, the networking segment has seen a maximum decline of 14.89% in comparison with the last year. For those networking segment, we identified that the European Union and Asia Pacific region has seen a maximum decline. In European Union, France, Netherlands and Australia has seen a maximum decline for the networking segment, which is indicating the less demand of the networking segment in European region. By identifying these insights, finance users can make actionable decisions. Let's move towards the sales view. Sales view is focused on customer performance. It highlights net sales, gross margin percentage for different customers. We can sort the customers by net sales, gross margin percentage. And as we hover over the different customers, we'll get to see a monthly trend for net sales and gross margin percentage. Then we have product performance, where we identify different product segments by net sales, gross margin percentage. Next, we have a unit economics, which helps us to understand business profitability and cost structure. It provides us a concise visual summary for analyzing the impact of deduction on overall revenue generation. Here we can see from all the customers of Atlic Hardware to generate around 50% of net sales, similar percentage of discounts has been given, which includes pre and post invoice deduction. And from that generated net sales, 61% has been spent on cost of goods sales, which includes freight cost, manufacturing cost and other cost. And then what we left with is 38% of gross margin. Then we have a performance matrix, a scatter plot between net sales and gross margin percentage for different customers from different regions. For every customer, Atlic Hardware has set some gross margin target to achieve. In order to identify underperforming customers, we added a dynamic slicer, with the help of which a sales executive or sales users can set some threshold value. Then we'll get to see those customers who exceeded that threshold value, which means these are the underperforming customers from different region. Up next, we have a marketing view. Marketing view is focused on a product performance along with net sales, gross margin percentage. It highlights net profit and net profit percentage for different product segments. Here we identified a negative profit values, which indicates that company has encountered more expenses than the revenue generated. Below we have a region market-wise distribution of product segments. Here markets like Mexico, Chile has shown some positive net profit from Latin America region. Then we have a unit economics, which is an extended version of sales unit economics. Here we added a waterfall chart to get a clear picture of net profit generated after deducting all the operational expenses from gross margin. Then we have a performance matrix, a relationship between net sales and gross margin for different product segments from different product divisions. Let's say if you want to see a relationship between net sales and gross and net profit percentage, we have added a button which will filter the visuals accordingly. To increase a net profit, gross margin can positively impact the net profit generation. So focus should be on those products who has a maximum net sales but low gross margin, like notebook, peripherals. Then next we have a supply chain view. Supply chain view is focused on forecast accuracy, net error, absolute error and the risk associated with them, like out of stock or excess inventory. We have KPIs for forecast accuracy, net error, absolute error in comparison with the last year. Forecast accuracy gives us an idea about how our predicted demands align with the actual customer demands for selected year. Then we have net error, which is a difference between actual and forecasted demand. A positive net error indicates over forecasting, a negative net error indicates under forecasting. Then we have absolute error, which is the magnitude of forecasting errors. Then we have a key performance matrix by customers, which provides us an idea for different customers based on forecast accuracy, net error, and the risk associated with them. There are 4 possible scenarios related to the forecast accuracy and the risk associated with them, where supply chain should focus. First, high forecast accuracy and out of stock risk, which indicate the sudden or unexpected surge in the customer's demand. Second, high forecast accuracy and excess inventory, like a claim store, which occurs when we overestimated the demands. Then we have a low forecast accuracy and out of stock situation, like for unity store, forward stores. This leads to out of situation as we unable to meet the customer's demand due to inaccurate forecast accuracy. Then last one, that is fourth one, is low forecast and excess inventory. Low forecast and excess inventory for consider this Saturn customer, where we identify the poor forecast accuracy. We constantly overestimated the demands, which leads to excess inventory. Then we have a key matrix by product, where we can identify the risk associated with the different product segments, like out of stock or excess inventory. This out of stock risk indicates the demand of the product segments in the market, like peripheral, storage, notebook. Then next we have accuracy and the net error trend. The bars here shows the net error, but the downward bars indicate the under forecasting, and the lines shows that the last year forecasting accuracy and the current selected year forecasting accuracy. The next we have a executive view. Executive view provides insights to senior management like CEO, CTO of the company. It provides the concise and easy to understand summary to quickly grasp the state of business, monitor the overall health and performance of the company, and make informed decisions without delving into detailed data. We have KPIs like net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, forecast accuracy. We can get a quick insights like revenue contribution by different subzones, Atlic's market share, the risk associated with the different subzones, net error percentage. Here we can identify that Atlic generates more than 70% of their revenue through subzones like North America, India, and ROA. Here we have a donut chart for revenue contribution for different divisions and revenue contribution through different channels. Then we have here a yearly trends by revenue, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, and Atlic's market share. Despite having a maximum net sales in year 2022, we identify that Atlic's net profit is declining. The possible reason could be as Atlic hardware is growing, they want to acquire the market in order to compete with their competitors. They might be spending their money in marketing or giving some sort of discounts to their different customers. The ribbon chart shows the Atlic hardware standing in comparison with their competitors like Pacer, Dell, Innovo. As we notice in above matrix, Atlic's market share is maximum in SE and India subzone. In SE subzone, Atlic's gain a second position by acquiring 16.4% of the market share. And in India, Atlic gains the third position by acquiring 13.3% of the market share. Here we get to see a top customers by net sales and their revenue contribution and gross margin percentage. Different products by revenue contribution and gross margin percentage. Now let's move back to the home page. Here what we left with is info page and a support page. In info page, users will find the information about the tool, like how frequently data get refreshed. In our case, data get refreshed every month on 5th working day. All the important information regarding different data sets used, frequently asked questions to get a quick help. In support page, users can raise queries regarding any irregularities in the data, or in case any bugs they found in the dashboards, they can raise a ticket by using get an issue resolved. If there is any new requirement in the business, they can add the new request using add new request. Here we have provided a contingency plan for data analytics teams for potential risk they might face in the near future regarding data source, gateway, warehouse, who will be the action owner, and what action needs to be taken to resolve that issue. And that's all about this project. At the end, I would like to thank Code Basics team for their guidance and support, and I hope you guys found this presentation insightful. If you have any suggestion, thoughts, please do mention that in the comment section below. Thank you all for your time. Have a great day ahead.